Long distance hiking. Now, last week I mentioned that I went on a hike and we just kept going and going, like not realizing that we had to walk back. Hiking is not like a treadmill. You don't just get to step off and be like, oh, I'm still, despite the fact I walked for an hour, I am still only, 10 paces from my parking lot in my car. We ended up going on like an 11-mile hike, and it was exhausting to say the least. So this person is writing about long-distance hiking. Another great old man thing to do. Yoga, hockey, ice hockey, and hiking. All right. Hey, Bill, I've been listening to your podcast long enough to know that you love hiking, you hate getting fat, and you get easily annoyed by day-to-day. I really think you'd enjoy backpacking. Oh, Jesus. Backpacking? I know it's awesome, but can you call it something else? Backpacking? I just feel like I'm fucking waiting for a bus, picking my nose, about ready to get the shit kicked out of me. Hey, you guys want to go backpacking? It's a pack you put on your back, and you go backpacking. Or long-distance hiking. Okay, let's call it that. It's a really... long-distance hiking freaks me out because I figure at that point you've walked long enough to run into something that can maul you to death, / rip your face off, or at the very least, just sort of bite your throat until it stops feeling the pulse. Start getting into that next weight class of animals. I don't know, mountain lions, black bear, grizzly bear, fucking anaconda, whatever exotic pet that somebody let loose that has no natural enemy that is now taking over the forest. Long distance hiking. It's really freeing to walk away from civilization for a week or more with a solid pair of boots and everything you need strapped to your back. Dude, fuck that. You're more man or woman than I am. I can't fucking deal with that. I get scared. I get freaked the fuck out. I'd have to be out there with somebody who knew what they were doing, who had a gun, automatic too, not even semi-automatic. I need something that I could spray in the general direction of the sound I just heard. And if we kill a couple of backpackers, there's no one else around. Burying them is optional. I would say leave them above ground because they'll get picked away a lot quicker. Then people will find their clothes. I guess the bones would be there. That's creepy. See what happens when you go out in the wilderness? You start fucking talking about shit like that. I live in a suburb, okay? There's plenty of people to shoot, and I never think of doing it. They're right out there. Right fucking out there, and I never think of shooting them. All of a sudden, you get me backpacking or long-distance hiking, and I'm trying to think how to bury bodies. All right, every time I finish a long hike, I come back looking healthier and leaner and feeling refreshed. Yeah, because you're out there eating berries, wiping your ass with fucking pine cones. That's why you have that peculiar look on your face. No matter how much you eat on the trail, you're guaranteed to lose weight if you spend 6 hours a day hiking with a 35-pound backpack. There's no need to limit yourself to salads and juice. I can't tell you how many times I've had older day hikers look at my backpack and tell me they wish they had done more backpacking when they were able to. It's a really unique experience out there on your own. Yeah, I bet it is. Well, can you please write back and tell me what you do about animals, man? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing this. The only way I would do this is if I was in a fucking platoon and we all had machine guns, just in case I missed. Anyways. Oh, here he goes. He's going to calm me down. And it isn't nearly as dangerous or as difficult as people make it out to be. If you stay on the trail, you'll usually run across another hiker every few hours. Oh, that's comforting. That's comforting. Every couple hours I can run into Johnny Appleseed. But during the other hour and 50 minutes, I'm on my own. All right. You usually run into another hiker every few hours that can help you if you get hurt. And bears, mountain lions, and all those other beasts kill a lot fewer people than Los Angeles traffic accidents do. Well, I used to do a bit on that. Well, obviously, because the fucking, you're running into one person every 2 hours, sir. Let's do the math here, okay? Here's the deal. There's like 7 million people in Los Angeles. Okay? You can't fucking go anywhere without running into like 1,000 fucking people out here. You're somewhere where you walk every 2 hours and run into one human being. So obviously, I can guarantee you if those lions and mountain lions were down here, the death rate would be through the fucking roof. All right? This is the guy. This is what he says too. He goes, just keep your food away from your tent and you'll be fine. Do you understand, sir, that you're telling me to do something where if I'm too near my food supply, I could possibly get eaten to death? You want me to leave my living room? You know, why can't I just sit on my back porch? Listen, I would love to go hiking like that. I really would, but I cannot get past. No, and I don't think you should be able to get past it. That there's that type of shit is out there. All right, and if you get mauled to death as a stand-up comedian, you really were just looking for trouble, weren't you? That's, you know, somebody just asked me to do a cruise, to do stand-up on a cruise, and I told them I wasn't going to do it. And they said, why not? And I said, because I'm terrified of the ocean. Okay? That's why. I respect it. The ocean is not the ocean. It is the ocean, but it's literally, you're talking about, it's outer space on Earth. That's what it is. Okay? You can't breathe in it. You can't be in it. If you're in it too long, you're either going to get hypothermia or something's going to come up and take a bite out of you to see if you're edible, or you're going to drown. Those are your three fucking options. And I know what you're thinking. Dude, cruises are safe, man. You're out there on this big fucking boat. Yeah, and until you're not. Until you're not. And then you proceed to die one of the slowest, most terrifying fucking deaths that there is. Treading water in the middle of fucking nowhere. And somebody's going to die. No matter how fast they can fucking get you out there, somebody is going to die. And people follow. I fucking did one cruise in my life, and I couldn't get past the fact that I was on something that the second it fucking shits the bed. And I know you guys think that I've been on cruises, and go fuck yourself. I talked to the band that was on this cruise ship for fucking years, and they told me stories over a little fucking plate of Jell-O late at night. Those awful cruise desserts. Some poor excuse for fucking... I don't like fucking going out there and all of a sudden it's maritime laws and this douchebag who didn't even run for office is now telling me what the... whatever he says goes. With his stupid ass fucking outfit. Go fuck yourself. They told me stories. Okay? They told me enough fucking stories about food poisoning, about shit backing up, about one engine not working, and now they're going half speed, and then they don't make it to all the cities, and then they make up shit about hurricanes, and then they have trust me. People having medical issues and having to be fucking helicoptered off and flown as quickly as humanly possible, not to the best hospital, to the nearest one. All right? And you're going on a cruise, they go all over the fucking world. And they go by a bunch of fucking countries that you wouldn't want to fucking have a goddamn hangnail in, but all of a sudden they're the closest one, and that's where the fuck you're going. The old Dr. Harry Hacketoff. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right? Fucking combined stand-up comedy and water world. I'm not doing it. All right? So that's the thing about, I would absolutely love to go backpacking. I would love to do that. I would love to go up fucking mountains. I would love to do that. It's way better than going to the gym. I understand 100% what you're talking about, but, dude, that shit where you run into a bear, mama bear, and it just turns around and just runs at you 35, 40 miles an hour. You basically, and you're sitting there hearing this beast like trees getting out of the fucking way. It's this thing is just coming flying down the fucking hill at you, and you're running, knowing you're going to get caught, and you're hearing your stupid pots and pans clanking together, and all you're trying to do is just get out in front of your friend so he's the one that goes down, and so you can live knowing for the rest of your life what your strategy killed your friend. Hearing his cries. Whatever what is the sound of having your face ripped off? I like to lose weight like the next guy. Jesus Christ, you go out there with your fucking bear mace. Fuck all of that. Bears, mountain lions, poisonous snakes. What about if you just, and then all the fucking varmints out there? I love that word. Because Yosemite Sam's the only person I ever heard use it. And when I found out it was actually a credible word, and not something made up, I absolutely love that word, varmints. You know? Badgers, wolverines, bobcats. People look at bobcats like they're no big deal. You ever gotten scratched by a fucking house cat? How bad that thing can fuck you up with its little ass fucking paws? All right? You want a goddamn lynx jumping on you? Going to fucking town because it's bored? Or you freaked it out? Or you came too near something that it peed on? And you have no fucking idea? That's another thing, dude. You're in their world. This guy actually respected the fact that I said I'm not doing it. But I think he thought it was pretty peculiar that I wouldn't do stand up on a cruise. I just jumped subject, sorry. And I was waiting for him to ask me why, and I would just be like, well, would you do a podcast? On a boat in a lake that's full of fucking alligators? I mean, you can, okay, we're on the boat, everything's fucking fine, but it really is just an unnecessary risk that you take. It goes all the way back to that fucking Saints fan. He got off easy. That same fucking guy. Put that guy with his jersey, with his video camera, walking up to a mama bear screaming, hoo-day, hoo-day, and all that type of shit. He's worried about getting spit in his face. He would have bear saliva all around his fucking neck.